girl Kay, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about how to plan an elopement and do I have any regrets on our elopement. So let's start off with how we plan the elopement. The first thing you want to think about when planning an elopement is where. Do you want the mountains, the ocean, snow, desert? I don't know, whatever your preference is. So you pick a spot where you want to go, and then how far is it from wherever you are? Do you have to fly? Can you drive? If you're inviting people or not. If you're inviting people, you want to kind of make it kind of convenient for people to get to, or people might not mind catching a flight. You want to think about all those kind of things as you're planning your elopement. After you found your place, I would suggest figuring out if they have elopement packages in that area. I prefer elopement package because I feel like you get the best bang for your buck, especially you don't really know the area. Like for our case, we went out of state. We didn't really know the area. So it's very helpful with the package because we had a wedding planner who knew the area and all like the vendors that we could go to and where to get our flowers, cake, etc. Some have custom packages where you can kind of be more involved in your planning process. So whichever one works best for you. We end up going with a package that was already set. I didn't want much planning, so that was easier for us. You also want to think about what time of year you decide to elope. Depending on where you go, you want to think about the weather. Are you getting married on the inside or the outside? Do you like the cold, the hot? You want to think about your climate that you're going to. And then that brings me into what are you going to wear? Are you going to be casual? Is this a casual elopement? Or are you going to be really formal and have the traditional wedding attire, like your tux and a wedding dress? And then you want to think about where you're going. Like some elopements, you might have to hike to that place. So something that you can actually hike in, or if you're going to change into your wedding attire after you get to the hike, whatever you decide. I'm just using hike for example. You want to take that into consideration as well. You also want to think about what activities you want to do. Are you more of a water person, a mountain person, lake person? Whatever activities you want to do, you want to make sure that you plan your wedding around activities that you actually like, so that way you can enjoy the place and have like a little mini moon as well. After you guys figure out where, how many people are coming, and your attire and what activities you're gonna do, you wanna think about booking your flight or how you're gonna get there. Are you gonna rent a car or can you drive? However you're gonna get there, you wanna start booking that, where you're gonna stay. Our elopement package included our place to stay, so we didn't have to think about that. And we did decide to drive up to Tennessee. After we booked our travels and our elopement package, we booked that. Another thing we had to consider is our marriage license. Because we were getting married out of state, we actually have a Tennessee marriage license. So depending on where you're getting married, they have different rules and things that you need to bring to the courthouse to pick up your marriage license for the wedding. You want to make sure you have that in place, as well as your officiant if it's not included in your elopement package, which ours was included, so we didn't have to look for that. But if it's not, you definitely will have to get an officiant and make sure you get the correct marriage license. You want to make sure you figure all that out, because you would hate to get to elopement and can't really get married because you didn't have all your stuff together. After we figured all of that out, we got wedding bands. You and your significant other need to figure out what kind of bands are you guys doing. Are you doing the simple bands, like the silicone rubber bands? I forgot the name of those. But are you doing those? I'll put it here. Or are you doing more of a traditional wedding band, your diamonds, you know. Once you guys figure out what kind of rings you're getting for the wedding, or some people don't exchange rings, no judgment. Also want to think about elopement outfits. What are you guys wearing? Is it going to be hot, cold, depending on the time of year? Are you going to do more of a traditional wedding style with a wedding dress and a tux, or more casual? It's up to you guys. It doesn't always have to be formal. It depends on the couple. Next, we need to figure out how you're going to let your family know. We honestly didn't have time to take actual engagement photos to send out to our family before the wedding. So we did decide to send out official announcements after the wedding. So you want to send some kind of announcement. Some people announced before, which we did kind of tell people we're getting married before so they could send us like letters. We wanted to have letters to open the day of our wedding. Some people decide to do a reception after their elopement when they get back, and that way they can celebrate with all their friends and family. I forgot to tell you, so I'm gonna tell you now. No, we have no regrets. Everything was perfect. Like, it literally was the best. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for wedding photos. And follow me on Instagram if you guys want a sneak peek of some of our wedding photos.